Today's May 3rd, 2022. This is episode 21. And I got started before I told you what I was going to do today. That's okay. I welded in the patch panel over top of the hole that was in this floor support that comes across perpendicular to the Jeep. And so I'm going to grind those welds down, and then I'm going to put the Rust Encapsulator on the frame, as mentioned yesterday. Let that sit overnight so that it's ready to go for me to mount the floor piece in there. And which brings me to this point, and that is I've got to get this floor support that runs parallel to the Jeep welded in place. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I've got my holes lined up here correctly for the roll bar, I should say. And then there's a seat screw there that has to line up with that hole. So I'll get that welded in as well. Looks like I have a spot weld area here, but I think what I'll do is punch a few different spot weld areas in on this, since I have that tool, and do it that way rather than trying to weld this as an entire bead. That's overkill. Don't really need to do that. So I'll do that after I've got this coated in the Rust Encapsulator, and then I'll move on over here to this fender, which I'm in the final stages of. I sanded it back last night, and it's pretty close. I need to do a little bit of rounding here with some body filler, and I did have a little bit of a blow through here with the sander. That's the area that was a little bit higher than it should have been. I should have knocked that back just a little bit more, or maybe I'm just lower here than I should be. But in any case, I'll hit that with some short strand fiberglass, just that little area there, and then continue finessing this to make it match the other undamaged fender as much as possible. I took my hood off, moved it to the shop so I can work on it independently. It would need to come off anyway, so I can, sand and prep the tops of these fenders and so forth. Gonna have to pull these hinges off so I can get those and have them ready to go to paint as well. I could do stainless hinges. I might do that. Probably not though, because I don't know, I'm undecided. I guess since these are already stainless, that might make sense. I'm gonna have to pull those off, obviously. But I'm definitely not gonna do it here, because this is a accident waiting to happen, to try to get those screws out of there after however many years. They're probably original. I am gonna have to pull the mirrors off, though I do have replacements for those. So those will be stainless, but and I could do stainless here as well, but I don't know. I'll probably just paint these and keep them. It's just that much less money I have to spend. So, all right, here we go. All right, I got this floor brace welded in on the patch panel that's going to go back here. This is the driver's side, rear passenger. So, and I got the frame all coated up with the Rust Encapsulator by Eastwood. So everything that I will not be able to get to once I put the floor down has been coated. So I don't foresee this rusting again. It's got both the rust reformer and the encapsulator. So, and it looks pretty good. I may need to actually put a little bit more on this area. So I'll go ahead and do that before the day closes out. But in any case, so, and then, back to the panel. So the tricky part was to get the holes to line up such that all of them are where they need to be. So if you look here, this is the obviously the show side of the panel where your feet would be. you got these holes here. That's where the roll bar attaches, and then it attaches again to the waterfall panel back here. A body mount is underneath that. This is a drain plug, and so is that one, the little rubber drain plug. So that kind of had to be lined up, as well as this one right here, because that's a seat nut, captured nut that's in there. So anyway, drain plug there, drain plug there, drain plug here, and so that'll go in tomorrow after I weld in the patch panel, which I've already made for this section, because if remembering from the other side, the floor has a flange on it, which is right there, and that flange actually attaches to this side, the inside of the patch panel, the body patch panel. So obviously it's got to go on first so that can butt up against it. And then, as I mentioned yesterday, the floor pan actually slides up underneath the waterfall pan, or waterfall panel, I should say. So all of that has to be done in the correct order. So that is the order. I may have left this panel out yesterday in my monologue there, but so this panel will get welded in first, then the floor panel, then the waterfall panel, and then finally the B pillar. So about to wrap things up, but wanted to show you as well that I put a coat of fiberglass over top the fender here to get more, even better contour there, but mostly used the fiberglass because I had a little breakthrough on that high point that was over here, and I didn't want to just use regular light body filler. I wanted to use the fiberglass because it's stronger. So I'll be ready to sand that down tomorrow, and then again start finessing it with some body filler to get it to match the flatness here but curvature there. So that's what the goal is. And yeah, so that about wraps it up for today, and it is now beer 30. So I'll catch you guys next time. Later.